Appeal from The Hague. So ito po ulit yan, Appeal from The Hague, a Regal POV. So in summary po, ang nangyari dito, hindi ito nagustuhan ng mga Duterte supporters, the DDS. And because of that, yung followers po ni Attorney Regal ay bumaba from 1.6 to 1.4 million. 200,000 po yung nabawas. Grabe no? Yung Facebook ko may 155 lang eh. So kung mangyari po sa akin to na magalit yung mga DDS followers ko, baka maging zero po yung followers ko bigla. So delikado po yan. Pero buti na lang, quote-unquote DDS lawyer lang ako eh. So meron naman sigurong hindi ako DDS na follower. Okay, pero anyway po, I will be talking about this. I will be giving my thoughts and observations. Yan po yung magiging discussion natin for tonight. So, good day po, my fellow taong bayan. And to start things off po, klaruhin ko muna, ang gagamitin ko pong pronouns kay Attorney Regal is he or him. Okay? Because number one, I do not know him personally. And number two, hindi ko rin alam kung what does he identify as. Is it a he, she, they, or them, so on and so forth ba? So, ang gagawin ko na lang po, I will just be sticking to the basics. And that is not out of disrespect, but simply because hindi ko nga po alam kung ano yung actual pronouns niya. Okay? And I would just like to reiterate and emphasize that kasi baka po may member ng LGBTQ na nanonood nito tapos ma-offend kung him ako ng him. Okay? So hopefully klaro po yan. And then, hindi ko na lang po ito ipe-play itong actual video ni Attorney Regal kasi hindi ko rin po alam kung ano yung stand niya sa mga copyright claims. Baka biglang i-claim tayo, di ba? Or i-copyright strike at magka-problema pa at sumakit yung ulo ng YouTube video or YouTube account ko po. Okay, so I will not be playing the actual video. So if you want to watch this, you may do so by visiting his Facebook page, Regal POV, Appeal from The Hague. And then, ito naman yung sa YouTube naman niya, Appeal from The Hague. Same title lang po yan. So ang gagawin ko na lang po ngayon, since hindi ko to ipapakita, ay ipapakita ko po sa inyo yung notes ko. Okay, meron kasi akong notes and highlights dun sa mga sinabi po ni Attorney Regal dun sa video na yon. And kung ako po tatanungin ninyo, itong highlights ko ay most likely the reason kung bakit na-trigger yung mga DDS or Duterte supporters dito sa video niya. Okay? So babasahin ko po muna to isa-isa sa inyo para mas maintindihan ninyo. So number one, we will never surrender him. Number two, madaling sabihin na mali ang desisyon pero mahirap patunayan na labag ito sa batas. Number three, when his legacy is marked by thousands of deaths without trial. So itong his, si FPRRD po yan. Number four, to the law, it is simply the next step that he himself denied to others. So this one is in relation dun sa pag-deny sa kanya nung interim release. Okay, and then number five, the irony is almost poetic. Noong siya ang nasa Malacanang, maraming ikinulong na walang pagkakataon magpaliwanag. Now he stands before a court that listens patiently, meticulously, and lawfully. Okay, so ito po lahat i-emphasize ko lang din. These are direct quotations po from the video ni Attorney Regal. Okay, so kinote ko siya verbatim. Wala akong inano dito, inalter. Okay, and then number six po, lastly, and perhaps that is the true justice of it all. That man who built his power on fear must now rely on the very rule of law he once dismissed. Okay, so ang bibigat po, di ba? Yung words na pinagsasabi ni Attorney Regal dito. So anyway po, ngayon isa-isahin natin itong i-dissect para i-share ko lang yung mga personal observations ko in relation to these statements po ni Attorney Regal. So this number one po, itong we will never surrender him, ito yung in relation dun sa because daw of the defiance ng Duterte supporters pati ni VP Sara herself, kaya mas lalong hindi pinanigan ng ICC yung petition for interim release kasi because of this battle cry na we will never surrender him, mas naging flight risk daw po si FPRRD. Yun yung pinaka-conclusion po ni Attorney Regal dun sa video niya. Okay? So kung ako po tatanungin ninyo, wala namang problema kung yun yung statement or yun yung conclusion po na gustong ibigay ni Attorney Regal. Ang naging problema lang talaga dito is the way he delivered the statement. Kasi ang dating sa akin po as a reasonable observant na nanood ng video niya ay parang gusto niya na hindi na mag-comment or mag-react yung mga affected individuals sa nangyari kay FPRRD. Parang ganun po ang dating sa akin kasi kung magre-react kayo or magsasalita kayo, mas lalong mahihirapan daw si FPRRD dun sa interim release. So anyway po, ang point ko dito, agree naman ako na posibleng ang totoo yun na mas mapapahirap yung kaso ni FPRRD, pero hindi lang ako agree dun nga sa pag-deliver niya kasi ang dating niyan ngayon nga manahimik na lang pala yung mga Duterte supporters. Mahirap po yun, di ba? Because if you are a victim or you are affected by what happened to FPRRD, of course, gusto mo talaga questionin yung nangyari sa kanya kasi yung point of view ng tao na yun na affected ay mali yung ginawa kay FPRRD, di ba? And it is for that same reason po, kaya yung mga biktima ng EJK, di ba sila din po may ingay sila tapos nag-rally din sila against the EJKs that was allegedly committed by FPRRD. So instead po sana of making a statement na ang dating nga ay tumahimik lang kayo, period, dapat nagbigay na lang siya ng mga words of wisdom kasi of course if you are a victim and affected talaga sa pag-surrender at arrest kay FPRRD, di ayaw mo yun na patahimikin lang kayo, di ba? Kasi questionable nga para sa inyo eh. So again, this is just a choice of words, mali yung pagka-deliver if you ask me. So in conclusion po, ang dating sa akin ng the way i-deliver yun ni Attorney Oliva yung part na yun is parang yung conclusion po niya ay tama lang na na-deny yung prayer or yung petition for interim release kasi nga flight risk because of the supporters ni FPRRD. Parang ganun po yung dating sa akin. Okay, so yan po yung number 1. And then ito po yung number 2, madaling sabihin na mali ang desisyon pero mahirap patunayan na labag ito sa batas. So this one is in relation to the actual decision of the ICC in denying the interim release. So ito pong question mark ko, i-correct ko lang. This is supposed to be sa labas. Yan. So kung ako po tatanungin ninyo, ang observation ko po sa ganitong remarks as a reasonable observant ay parang nagbibigay na po siya ng conclusion na tama lang na dininay kasi nga mahirap patunayan na labag sa batas yung naging decision. So pangit lang po yun siya pakinggan in my point of view kasi he is giving a conclusion which dapat hindi niya po trabaho yun, di ba? Because that is supposed to be the job only of the ICC court and not of mga litigants or yung mga parties involved to a case. But because of this statement, ang dating sa akin, parang kino-conclude na niya na tama lang na ma-deny yun because madali lang kasi daw sabihin na mali ang decision pero mahirap patunayan yun na may violation. Again, it is a very conclusory statement na hindi po dapat ganun yun. Diba? Kaya nga every time I make these videos, yung mga explanation ko, lagi lang possibilities yung mga dinidiscuss ko kasi ayaw ko naman magmarunong. Diba? Kasi hindi naman ako yung korte. Yung trabaho lang ng mga lawyers talaga, we present cases, we present arguments, and it is up to the court to decide kung sino yung tama dun sa mga ganong legal position or legal opinion. Diba? So again, the issue here is this is too conclusory if you ask me. And then yung number 3 po, ang sabi naman, when his legacy is marked by thousands of deaths without trial. So dito, again, this is very conclusory din kasi this is a remark with a conclusion. Diba? Yung conclusion niya, yung legacy ni FPRRD is marked by thousands of deaths without trial. Diba? But we have to remember the current situation ni FPRRD, wala pa ngang actual decision yung court. So now why are you giving a conclusion na yung legacy ni FPRRD is marked by thousands of deaths? Diba? Again, very conclusory. Hindi po dapat trabaho yan ng isang abogado kasi that is for the court to decide. And the reason po kaya ako sinasabing abogado kasi yung name ng show ni Attorney Regal is Regal POV. Diba? Point of view niya. And hindi naman niya sinasabi kung personal opinion niya lang ba yun or legal opinion niya. So let us include his entire personality which includes being a lawyer. So again, this is a very conclusory statement kasi at present, lahat pa lang naman ng binabato kay FPRRD are all allegations. And alam ko din naman po na meron talagang mga namatay during the time ni FPRRD. Yun, that is an established fact. Pero yung next question kasi dyan is sino ba talaga yung author or yung nag-commit ng mga deaths na yun? At present, wala pa namang korte na nagsabi na si FPRRD talaga yung author. And it is for those reasons po kaya ako nasabi na itong statement is very conclusory kasi nag-undergo pa nga lang po ng trial sa ICC. Yet when you read this is already a conclusion na madami ng deaths, thousands of death na without trial or without due process yung ginawa ni FPRRD during his time. Okay, which is again dapat hindi ganyan kasi wala pa namang actual korte, may it be a local or an international court na nagsabi na si FPRRD talaga yung author ng mga extrajudicial deaths na yon. Okay? And then number 4 po, to the law, it is simply the next step that he himself denied to others. So again, a very conclusory remark kasi ang dating nito, nag-deny ngayon ng due process daw si FPRRD sa ibang tao. So itong 3 and 4 very related with one another. They are very conclusory remarks na FPRRD committed thousands of extrajudicial killings or deaths and that he denied due process din daw sa tao. Pero again, since wala pa pong international court or local court na nagsabi na si FPRRD nga yung author ng crimes na yon, we cannot give a conclusion na si FPRRD yung nag-deny nitong due process or nag-cause ng thousands of deaths na to. Diba? Because we have to remember, we have the constitutional right to be presumed innocent. Diba? So yun po yung dapat nating unahin, isipin na presumed innocent po kahit na sino pa yan dito sa Philippines natin unless and until his guilt is proven beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? And kung ako po tatanungin, yun nga, itong dalawang statement na to ay very conclusory. Kasi again, wala pa pong local court or international court na nagsasabi na si FPRRD yung author ng mga killings na to, ng mga thousands of deaths na to without due process. Okay? And then number 5, the irony is almost poetic. Noong siya ang nasa Malacanang, maraming ikunulong na walang pagkakataon magpaliwanag. Now he stands before a court that listens patiently, meticulously, and lawfully. So again, I'm sure kung nakikinig kayo sa discussion so far, na alam nyo na rin kung ano yung magiging sagot ko dito. Okay, which is, this is again a very conclusory statement. Diba? Kasi wala pa nga pong actual decision ng korte, may it be local or international court, pero dito si Attorney Regal may conclusion na siya na nung panahon daw ni FPRRD sa Malacanang, marami siyang ipinakulong na walang pagkakataon magpaliwanag. Diba? So dito naging naging korte na po or naging judge na basically si Attorney Regal with this statement. So basahin ko na lang din po yung number 6 kasi somewhat related lang din naman to. And perhaps that is the true justice of it all. That man who built his power on fear must now rely on the very rule of law he once dismissed. Diba? So again, very conclusory remarks lang po. Yun yung naging issue talaga dito kasi hindi po dapat yan ganyan eh. Diba? Because wala pa namang actual verdict on the guilt of FPRRD, whether or not he was the actual author of those alleged extrajudicial killings and those mga pinakulong without due process. Therefore, hindi po dapat rin to sabihin or gawin ng isang abogado, if you ask me. Okay? And then meron pa po dito sa number 5, itong the irony is almost poetic. So ang main issue ko lang dito, ang alam ko po kasi nagpa-endorse si Attorney Regal kay FPRRD nung panahon ng election, nung recent elections. So kung ganito pala yung point of view niya kay FPRRD na author si and other violations pa of the right to due process. So the question there is, why would you ask the endorsement of an individual na ganun pala yung tingin mo sa kanya? Diba? It is very ironic also if you ask me. And then ang isa pa po na gusto ko i-point out dito, gumawa din ng sorry or apology video si Attorney Regal kung saan sinabi niya na point of view daw ng ICC yung ine-explain lang niya. But you have to remember kasi yung name ng show niya is hindi naman ICC POV. It is Regal POV, di ba? So because of that, it is in the eyes and in the ears of a reasonable observant na siya mismo yung nagbibigay ng point of view na yun. At hindi yun point of view ng third parties. Doon pa lang po medyo medyo magulo kung ako po tatanungin ninyo sa mga nangyayari. Kasi kung titingnan po natin tong lahat ng statements sa to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are truly a Duterte supporter, parang mahirap po to sabihin yung mga ganitong statements. Kasi ang conclusions mo dito ay mamamatay tao pala si FPRRD, a violator of due process. So again, this is something that is not easy to say and believe in if you are a true Duterte supporter. So dyan ngayon nagka-issue si Attorney Regal kung Duterte supporter ba talaga siya o hindi. Kasi for the longest time, mas mukha pa po siyang DDS lawyer compared sa akin if you ask me, yun yung observation ko. And ngayon po magbigay lang ako ng konting final remarks para mas klaro talaga tayo. So for my final remarks po, unang-una gusto ko lang din i-point out talaga na maybe the intentions of Attorney Regal was different from how he delivered all these statements. But again, in the eyes of a reasonable observant like myself, when I watched his video, yun talaga po yung naging conclusion ko eh. Para siyang may galit kay FPRRD deep inside. Yun yung dating sa akin the way he delivered his message. Kasi may talaga siya eh. May hand gestures, may emotions, And yeah, and when you say all these words, parang yun nga, this is how you actually view FPRRD talaga, yun yung dating sa akin. And then pangalawa po, kung hindi naman talaga yun yung main intention ni Attorney Regal, then dapat po na mas naging mindful na lang siya sa words niya. Kasi again, yung words po na ginamit niya dito, what I am flashing po sa inyo sa screen, is very conclusory. And if you are a Duterte supporter, masakit po mapakinggan tong mga ganitong statements. Kasi lahat pa lang naman tayo ngayon, we are still all in the allegation stage. Wala pa namang actual decision. But from that POV po ni Attorney Regal, it would now appear meron ng mga patayan and violation of due process na ginawa si FPRRD. And pangatlo po, gusto ko lang din na-emphasize na I am not stating na wala talagang ginawa na mali si FPRRD during his time. Ang sa akin lang po, sundin lang natin kung ano ba yung nakalagay sa batas talaga natin. Which is, number one, everyone has the right to be presumed innocent, diba? And you have to remember that right po is a constitutional right po yan. Hindi lang yan right na ginawa ng Republic Act. Diba? And if it is a constitutional right, that means the sovereign will po yan ng taong bayan. Diba? If FPRRD will be found guilty later on, sa akin po, kung ako tatanungin ninyo, wala pong problema yon kasi yun naman yung actual legal process talaga. May it be international or locally. And I'm sure si FPRRD himself, kung mahatulan po siya, I'm sure tatanggapin naman po niya yung magiging verdict sa kanya knowing him or how I view him as a person kasi he's a very stoic person na parang he accepts what fate brings or gives him. So again, ulitin ko lang po, i-clarify ko lang yung position ko. I am not stating na FPRRD is guilty or not guilty kasi that is only for the courts to decide. Okay? Ang sa akin lang at present, since these are still all allegations, let us give him the right, the constitutional right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Okay? So hopefully, klaro po yan.